Okay, guys, I'm back. I think this might be my final video. Oh my God. So I've been waiting for the transcript to get put out for Dawn Richard from Dirty Money, where she testified today. It is out. We're going to go through it. We're going to read it to you guys. And we're going to also look at a video clip of Carisha, honey, Young Miami, where she also spoke on Diddy, all right, in a video that I found. Now, I'm not sure if Young Miami is going to be one of the people to testify. We haven't heard of that as of yet, but y'all know that she also was in the she was in a relationship with Diddy as well. Okay, now everything said in this video is alleged and in my opinion and is used for fair use and entertainment. We got to put that out there. Let's go ahead and get into this video. Okay, let's go ahead and get into this video. I'm going to go ahead and share for you now first the video of Carisha, aka Young Miami. Okay, let's get into that so you guys can hear what she had to say. Now, it says that after current trial of Diddy, said that a clip resurfaces of Young Miami asking him this question. Let's get into this video. All right. Because child, this Diddy case is getting a little bit more grimier and grimier as the time goes on. And we got to get into it, okay? So let's go.
How many rounds you be going?
You know.
The people don't.
You know them.
I know, but the people don't.
Okay, so
I'm asking for the people.
What's the answer? What's the answer?
How many rounds you be going?
You know.
The people don't.
You know them.
I know, but the people don't.
Okay, so
I'm asking for the people.
What's the answer? What's the answer?
So Young Miami is asking Diddy how many rounds do he be going, meaning actual rounds. How many rounds does he go? And Diddy is telling her, you know how many I go. And Carisha is telling Diddy, but the people don't know. Tell the people how many did you go through. Let's listen one more time.
How many rounds you be going?
You know.
The people don't.
You know them.
I know, but the people don't.
Okay, so
I'm asking for the people.
What's the answer? What's the answer?
How many rounds you?
All right, so a lot of people were saying when that relationship situation was happening with Carisha, because she was getting paid to be in a relationship with Diddy. They had already put out there how much she was being getting paid, and then he dropped her salary from what she was getting paid. A lot of people were asking, what is it that you do to earn all this money? Plus, he's taking you on shopping sprees, and he's seen with other women as well. So we know it's not an exclusive relationship. So a lot of people were thinking maybe she could be on some madam shit. Maybe she's like a little madam when it comes to Diddy and his sexual fantasies, maybe kind of like almost how Diddy was trying to make Cassie when he was fooling with her, making her do all types of sexually explicit stuff. And then once we heard Carisha come out and threaten one of Diddy's women, where he told her, don't make me make Diddy make you get on your knees. That kind of made people think like, now we kind of see where you're going with this, Carisha, because it sounds like you were one of Diddy's beards who was doing some nasty, egregious stuff as well. And she also did an interview where she said that she liked golden showers. She loved the golden showers on her. And we already heard Cassie mention in this trial where she testified that Diddy and a male escort did golden showers on her as well. So this seems like the pieces of the puzzle are starting to connect in terms of what is being done here. So this is kind of weird. I don't know. This is kind of weird. I'm not sure. But let's get into the rest of this, okay?
Baby, let me tell y'all something. On the witch yacht. This nigga don't go to sleep. I be like, God damn. Baby, let me tell y'all something. On the witch yacht. This nigga don't go to sleep. I be like, God damn.
All right, so you heard Carisha here. She's saying that Diddy don't go to sleep, child. Well, of course you don't be asleep if you on all them damn drugs. Allegedly, that he was on that pink coquiana, and that's probably had him up most of the night. And Carisha, when she was up over there, baby, she didn't get no rest because he was up on that pink coquiana, and he was, on these binges, on the sex binges and all these other binges that his ass was on while she was with him. So I guess she was able to keep up with what was going on up in that relationship or situationship, child. I wouldn't call it a relationship. Because she stayed fooling with him for quite some time. And of course, you know what Diddy likes, and any woman that he's involved in, they're going to have to go through FOs and things of that nature. Do I feel like Carisha did some FOs? I do. All right, now let's get into this testimony with Don, because Don Richard, honey, did go to the courthouse today, and she did get on the stand. All right, and we're going to talk about it, because I've been waiting on this all damn day so I can put it out there. So let's go ahead and share screens, honey, so we can get into what her testimony was, because I'm interested to see what it is that she had to say. She did testify on behalf of Cassie against Diddy. Okay, y'all know Don Richard is a third member of Dirty Money. Okay, it was Diddy, Kalina, and Don Richard in the group Dirty Money. She was also in Danity Kane, so you guys know exactly who she is, and she did testify today in the Diddy trial against Diddy. So let's get into the mess. All right. Don Richard says that Diddy tried to hit Cassie over the head with a black skillet filled with eggs, and claims that she was told that she could end up missing if she spoke out about it. Okay, so of course y'all know Diddy child, he got a little reach in the streets. Diddy got that reach in the streets. All right, but let's get into what Neighborhood Talk had to say. Shout out to them. Said that Don Richard, formerly of Danity Kane, took the stand on day 5 of Diddy's SEX trafficking trial and claimed that she witnessed him abuse Cassie on multiple occasions. Said that Don wasted no time recounting a 2009 incident at Diddy's home in LA, where she says that he tried to hit Cassie over the head with a black skillet or cast iron skillet filled with eggs while they were there to record music for the group Dirty Money. Now, after the alleged skillet attack, Don testifies that Diddy dragged Cassie upstairs and says that she heard yelling and glass breaking. All right, let me pause so I can put up my trigger warning, because it sounds like this may be a little triggering. I don't want anyone to feel triggered as you listen to this. So trigger warning as you guys are listening. Let's get back to this, okay? It goes on to say that she said that she heard yelling and glass breaking, and in that moment she feared for both Cassie and herself. It says the next day she was reportedly told that things had been passionate between the two. Diddy was trying to cover it up, it sounds like. Says that Don also claimed that she and former bandmate Kalina Harper were warned not to speak on the situation or people would go missing. Y'all know what that means. She says that she took that as a death threat. Also said that despite the violence and allegedly witnessed, says that Don admitted that she didn't intervene or contact the police, probably out of fear. If somebody tell you that somebody coming up missing, that means that you would definitely be probably unalived if that's the case. Okay. Says that Don will continue testifying on Monday as jurors were dismissed for the weekend. Said that Diddy's attorney, Mark Alvafino, argued that the accusations align more with domestic abuse than SEX trafficking. Also goes on to say that said that this is a lot. Of course it is. Says, and to think that Diddy's defense team tried to block Don from testifying. Of course they did, because they knew she had very pertinent information on this case. Also, Don had a situation with Diddy herself, as I told you guys, where she has a sexual abuse assault charge against him as well. He also owes her millions of dollars for money he did not pay her for working with her. And she also has a allegation of where he locked her into a car and refused to let her out, and her father had to fly in from New Orleans, because you know she is from New Orleans, for those of you that don't know, to come and save her. She said she was in a car where she could not get out. She was screaming and hollering for hours. It was freezing cold outside and it was dark. I think she said it was like in a garage or something like that, where Diddy locked her in there as punishment. And that he would come into her dressing room and he would touch her inappropriately. And whenever she would try to make him stop, then there would be repercussions. He also made her go to parties where there were people that she saw that, according to her, that were underage girls at these parties, and they were made to do certain things, and they were going into rooms, being in intimate situations, according to Don. She said that she could not leave these said parties whenever she wanted to. So she was also controlled by fear while being in the presence of Diddy. So let's get into her. Let's get into what she had to say as far as her testimony, okay? Because she did testify today. Shout out to Inner City Press. Let's go. Now, according to the judge, all right, the judge says that the U.S. may call its next witness, all right? So ASA then says that, Your Honor, the government calls Don Richard, okay? ASA says that, where are you from? Don Richard says New Orleans, Louisiana. ASA says that from 2004 to 2011. Who did you work for? Don Richards responded by saying Puff, aka Sean Combs. Also then says that did you or do you see him? And she says yes. So I guess that they were asking that she point him out in the courtroom, at which she did. It also then says that who is depicted in this photo? Don then responded by saying Cassie. It also then asked in 2009, did you observe an incident between Puff and Cassie? Don Richards says yes, says that she was attacked by Sean Combs. She was kicked. He also then asked, did you see more violence by him against Cassie? Don Richards says often. So it sounds like she witnessed a lot of attacks on Cassie while she worked for Diddy. All right. It continues on saying that a photo of Diddy and Dirty Money is then shown. It also then asks, when were you a member of this group? Don says from 2009 to 2011. They also then asked the incident in 2009 when Combs assaulted Cassie, where was it? Don then responds by saying in Sean Combs' LA home, says that we were recording. All right. It goes on to say, also then asked, what did he do? Don Richards responded by saying that he was saying, where the F is my food? Says he grabbed a black skillet with eggs and tried to hit her over the head. Says that Cassie dropped to the ground. It goes on to say that Asa then asked, and what did she do? Don says that she went into the fetal position, the same position that we saw on the hotel video that CNN displayed when Diddy began to attack her. She then went down into the fetal position to cover her head and her body. So it also then says, then what? Don Richards then responded by saying Sean Combs was kicking her in the head and body, then dragged her up to the first floor. Glass was breaking and there was yelling. She said that I was scared for her and for me too. I also then asked, did you intervene? And Don Richards said no. Also said, did you call the police? Don Richards responded no. Okay. Also says the next day what happened. Don Richards responded by saying that it had been passionate and she was okay. Said that it would be better if we didn't talk. She said that this is what Diddy was saying to her. Said that people could end up missing. She said that this is what Diddy told her, that it was a passionate moment and that he did not want to talk and it would be better if they did not talk. And if she ever spoke about it, then someone could end up missing. And Don took that as a threat. All right, so Don Richards says that she felt like that meant that someone would be unalive. So the attorney for Diddy then says objection, and then they say sidebar. So they're back from the sidebar. It says that the judge then says, jurors, you can leave for the weekend. And then they said, watch the Yankees play the Mets or the Knicks. It says, if you're not into sports, there's a lot going on. See you on Monday. So the jurors were dismissed and then they left. Now, the judge then said, Mr. Richard, or Miss Richard, rather, you can leave, which is Don. Don's last name is Richard. Said, Miss Richard, you can leave. All right. So she was instructed by the judge that she could leave after her testimony. She will be back on Monday to testify. The judge then says about this line of testimony. Asa Comey then says that this shows consequences of guilt for count one and relevant to count one. Al Gafino, which is Diddy's attorney, then says it's not sex trafficking, it's DV. And then the judge then says that why didn't you bring a motion in Lamine on this? I guess that's how you say that. Al Gafino then says that I didn't know. Let's continue. It says that no, Don Richard will continue on Monday. Says, but the scope of what she can say will be decided before then, said by the judge. All right, according to the judge, it says that hope to report it out of, said that hope to report it out of the docket, even as it seems much is not being put in the public docket. Okay. So this person says that does this mean that Don will not finish testifying? So Don will continue testifying on Monday, according to the judge. All right. And you guys can see it on my screen as well. So that is what was said. So Don did testify to, and I think I mentioned this in my other video where Don was talking about she was there to witness Cassie being attacked because she was making Diddy some breakfast, and he was upset that she wasn't cooking his breakfast fast enough, so he began attacking her. And Don from Dirty Money, as well as Kalina, all both admittedly witnessed that attack on Cassie and they were scared out of their minds and threatened that if they spoke on that allegedly they would come up missing, meaning that someone would be unalived. All right. So y'all know the power that Diddy has. Y'all know he can come off as being scary. And when he's on that pink coquiana, he could be a little probably, aggressive. Because most people who be on drugs like that be very aggressive. Look how Ike Turner was when in the Tina Turner situation. When he would get high, that's all he wanted to do was put hands on Tina Turner. Okay, so it gives this modern day Ike and Tina situation between Cassie and Diddy. So we will check back with you guys on Monday to give you guys more updates on the testimonies with Don Richard, because she will be back on the stand to testify again. All right. So as I get updates, so will you. Let's stop sharing, get back to my main screen. Thank you all for joining this quick video. Once again, if you guys want to read more on this, or if you want to go back and read it at your leisure, you can go on over to the Neighborhood Talk. Okay. And I think the Shade Room also has Don Richard's testimony in full, okay, so far. But thank you guys for joining us again. Thank you, Belle Wilson, Tyra, KBR. Thank you so much, Rose Armstead. Thank you so much, True TV Podcast, okay, for all your work. All right, and Scorpion Miss. All right, thank you, Scorpion Miss, as well, for your good work of modding. All right, let me take my trigger warning banner down. And we're going to get on out of here, guys. You guys enjoy your weekend. If you guys are going out this weekend, please be safe. All right. Please be safe. If you're going to be drinking, please get a designated driver or Uber or something, honey. Don't be out here driving around like Maurice from Love and Marriage Huntsville. All right. Love you guys down. See you guys later. Until the next video. Don't forget to like the video, share the video, and subscribe as well. All right. If nothing else, let's go.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.